Good morning, beautiful community. I just pulled over at the beach to come in and share something that's on my heart right now. I know that as we come up to Thanksgiving, as we come up to Christmas, a lot of your emotions are going to feel heightened, like, wow, great, another Christmas alone, another person in my another year where you're that person where you feel like everyone else is moving forward and you're in a loop that you're just not good at relationships. Have you been feeling that you just really suck at actually not just attracting a guy, but the right kind of guy, the kind of guy that you actually want to be with? It's like no matter what you do, no matter how much work you've done, you keep ending back in this same place and it feels really deflating. Of course, you then start to ask yourself, what's wrong with me? Like I'm doing all the meditations, I'm doing therapy, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm a good person, my friends love me. Like, what the actual fuck? And you're just living in this state of confusion. Like, quite honestly, you're perplexed because you're smart, that if you want to go get a job, you can get a job. You're just sort of like, why can I not get this area of my life to work? I know many of you, if you're really honest with yourself, have actually given up, and you gave up a while ago. And what happens is you've got these walls that are already up, but they're multiplying, and it puts you in this state of, oh well, if it happens, it happens. I'll be fine either way. I'm just happy to be the godmother. I don't really need to have children. I'll just be happy with what I've got. But notice my energy and my tone. It's really deflated. And the thing is that it's not actually true for you that you would be fine. It's your worst nightmare. It's what keeps you up at night, dreading, like, is this really the way that my life is going to turn out? Is this what's going to be on the cards for yet another year and another year and another year? Like, is this really it? Because no, that's not why you're put on this planet. Having a soulmate relationship is absolutely your birthright. And I want you to hear this. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not unlovable. You're not broken. No matter what you've been through, that doesn't define you. It's not who you are. In fact, it's your superpower. Whether you've been through trauma, whether you've been through abuse, whether you've been through major rejection, abandonment, you name it, betrayal, that doesn't define you. They're just experiences that you've attracted because your mindset is in lack. Your mindset is in unworthiness. And what's happening is that mindset keeps spinning you round in this cycle over and over and over and over again for years and years and years and years, where now you actually believe that is the truth. You believe that you're not worthy. And one of the things that I know to be true for you is that you don't trust your own judgment. You're like, God, if I was to meet my soulmate, I wouldn't even know if he was my soulmate, because you're more plugged into sabotage and to getting in your own way. And what it is it's your little girl right now that's running your life. She's really scared to actually get what she wants. She's really scared to love. She's scared to be vulnerable. It's like almost like you're walking in the dark when it comes to being who you really are. You don't know how to be you, unapologetic you, self-expressed you, sensual you. So many clients, when they come to me, are just performing like blowjobs, sex, because they think that will move the relationship forward. But they're going through the motions and they dissociate. They're not actually being intimate in that moment, really receiving that love, locking eyes with this guy. No way. No way. And this used to be me as well. That honestly, that whole conversation around intimacy, my little girl would run. I would do anything but that. I'm like, that is not safe. I no way feel safe to bring all of myself into a relationship, because I'd experienced huge loss and trauma as a little girl. So my bodyguards were up, my walls were up. I was just like, absolutely no, that is off limits. There's no fucking way that I'm gonna bring my heart out to have someone reject it. And that's what's going on for you. And what I want you to hear in this conversation is you are lovable. You are soulmate material. You can absolutely have your life the way that you want it, but not from your current mindset. What I teach women is how to build a brand new mindset from the ground up. Because if we just, choose a very easy metaphor, right now, You've got this 5-layer decadent cake because that's who you are. But in the middle and in between these layers are all these rocks. So if you bite into this cake, you are going to break your teeth. It's going to cause all sorts of issues when you swallow a cake with rocks in it, right? It's not going to be a good look. And what's happening is that that's how you're living your life, with this mindset that's got holes all through it, that's connected to victimhood and lack and missing out and not enoughness. And what we need to do is get you to build a brand new, beautiful, juicy 5-layer cake with the right ingredients, aka the right mindset of a woman who is worthy deep in her core, right? Who does feel unapologetic in who she is. She feels self-expressed. She feels worthy of receiving love because you've done the work to activate your powerful feminine. The feminine is all about receiving. The feminine part of you is all about deeply trusting in the divine, trusting that you are supported in every moment, trusting that because you exist, your soulmate exists, right? The feminine is about letting go. The feminine is about living from your heart, literally making decisions from your heart and getting out of your head, which is the masculine. Now, yes, we need to integrate both, but for the purpose of this live, so many of you right now are living at like this much. You're living at 10% of who you really are, and you're getting confused about why love's not working. But don't be confused. Just realize that the work that you're doing isn't the medicine that you need. It's not strong enough. You can't be dabbling when it comes to dealing with over 30 years of conditioning. But what I want you to hear right now is once you say yes to getting yourself clicked into alignment with who you really are, and you learn how to operate from your truth, from your actual authenticity, because that word gets thrown around. And let me tell you something, if you were really 100% authentic and being who you were and loving yourself for who you are and who you're not, you would easily attract in your soulmate. So I can tell you that you do not have authenticity dialed in. You're in the story of drama. You're in the story of chaos. You're in the story of never getting what you want. And that's what you keep perpetuating. And that is why you are where you are. Here's the deal. Stop looking back. Stop actually viewing your current circumstances like this is it. Because that's going to make you feel really small and contracted and hopeless. What you need to do is go, okay, this is where I am right now from all the thoughts that I've been thinking and the shitty mindset that I've been taking action from or not taking action from. But really, the past is gone, and it's about what story do you want to live into? Because the future is unwritten, and it gets to be written by you. And if you don't want to spend the last 30 years and if you don't want to spend the next 30 years looking like the last 30, then you need to choose that enough is enough. And it's about you choosing you and loving yourself enough to say, if I got myself into this mess, I can get myself out of it. But you got to stop blaming your circumstances. You got to stop blaming your past. Stop blaming your parents. Stop blaming men. Stop blaming COVID. Stop blaming. Because it's disempowering you. Blaming is toxic. And that's what's eating you alive right now, with these feelings of hopelessness, of powerlessness, of lack, of distortion, of illusion, of you being eaten up by the circumstances around you, instead of you remembering how fucking powerful you are. And that, look at it, you've created a shit show, but what if you shifted your mindset? Look at the gold that you could create, the relationship that you would call in, the purpose that you could get on. This is what I want you to hear. You're not broken, you're not unlovable, you're just in the wrong story with the wrong mindset, with the wrong beliefs, and you keep repeating your choices and you keep going down the same path. That's why you're where you are. It's not some mystery. Don't be confused. All right? Stop living in the confusion. Choose clarity. Choose to actually step up, because the support is always here. It's just about you saying yes and getting real about what that's going to take. You can fucking nail relationships. You can be my next best testimonial. You can get out there and attract in the love of your life right now during COVID, once you get the right mindset. Mindset is king. And even if you think you got a good mindset, I'm telling you, it's cerebral. Your mindset isn't actually connected to your heart. And that is my magic. That is my mastery, is getting your heart open, getting your vulnerability plugged in from a very powerful place, so that you trust yourself, so that you feel safe in yourself, and you build that solid foundation to attract from. And going through my program is essentially creating that container for yourself to see what it's like to feel safe, to feel seen, to feel supported, to be the real you, and to see people, women in your community, in my vortex, loving the shit out of the real you, the you that has tears running down her face, the you that's dreaming big and telling everyone in the group what it is you're out to create, right? Going really, really big and people cheering you on instead of trying to pull you down. It's fucking fast, this process, once you get the right people behind you. And I care deeply about my clients. That is one of the biggest pieces of feedback that I get, is that I actually care and that my process works. But it's about you showing up and working the process. It's a proven process. There's no guessing work. It's just about, are you willing to get resourceful? Are you willing to invest in yourself? Are you ready to step up and say no more to this shit show? Because if you are, it'd be my absolute honor to support you home to who you really are, because the world needs your light. The world needs you thriving. And fucking hell, love is the highest currency, right? Orgasms on tap. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to have someone holding that space, cuddling up at night, waking up in the morning with those big arms around you? Who doesn't want that? That's your birthright, soul sister. And I see you, but I'm also going to call you out to say you've got to get out of this bullshit, not enoughness story. It's not who you are. Okay? Big, big love. Let's do this. Let's get you set up so that you can actually go into 2021 with a new frequency, with a new mindset, with a new relationship with yourself, because we attract who we are. So all you got to do is get the soulmate relationship with yourself, and then you will attract it in. That is the law of attraction. Mwah. You deserve it all. I'm sending you love. I love you.